All right, Cameron, we just teed off here at Scott Lake. We're in our final lesson for our teaching videos here. So this is the fifth and final lesson we were talking about. We're going to be doing a playing lesson. Like I said, we just hit our tee shots here, and one thing we already ran into, we're going to cover a little bit of the mental game, is some slow play.
Yep.
Slow play has always been a pet peeve of mine. I don't really understand why people have to play so slow sometimes. What are some of the things you do to kind of combat that?
Just walk around.
Just walk around. I like to talk with my playing competitors a lot. Just kind of
That helps too.
just kind of wait. I like to look over my shot a little bit. While we're waiting, we can just kind of look over the shot here. We have about a 205-yard shot into this par 5 here. So when you're over the shot here, what are you kind of looking at?
Definitely not going right.
Okay. Why would you say that?
There's trees in the way, and then after that there's a bunker, and then besides the bunker and the trees, there's a hill which will kick it straight right into the trees. So
Okay.
anything miss left.
Okay. So how about instead of worrying about where we don't want to go, why don't we worry about where we want to go?
Yeah.
So where would you want to hit your ball on this hole?
You see that stump just right of the tree or right of the flag?
Just right of the flag?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's probably what I'd aim, and then if it draws, I'd be okay.
Okay. So we had those trees on the right side, like you said. It's important to take them into account, not necessarily to hit them there or think about hitting it there. So what I like to do is, you should always try and aim away from the trouble if you can. So, but no, not to an extent. We don't want to bail out necessarily. So what I would like to do is I would almost like to pick out a point where we want the ball to end up left of the flag. That way we don't have to worry about hitting it where we don't want it to go. So I would say we can aim 10 yards left of the flag, maybe at the top of that tree there. You can kind of see. That way we can set ourselves up for shooting the best score possible.
Yeah.
So our goal today, some of the other game management stuff that we can work on, is we can set goals for our round. We're just playing 9 holes today. So today I want to focus on trying to shoot 3 over or 39 for this 9. I want to hit 5 greens, and then I also want to work on hitting, say, 4 fairways. So, and we'll let the putts take care of itself. Maybe you'll 3-putt once, you never know. Don't have to worry about putting necessarily. Just kind of some stuff to keep track of, so that way we know where we're at with our game.
All right.
So we'll work on that today. All right, Cameron, we just hit our approach shot into this par 5 here. You hit a pretty good shot in there. We imagined with that being 10 feet or 10 yards left of the flag, and you were able to do that. So a big part of the mental game is people always get too far down on themselves, but not necessarily give themselves credit sometimes.
Yeah.
But there's also the chance of getting too high on yourself. You heard of that a couple times?
Yeah.
So you hit a really good shot there. You don't want to get too pumped up. You want to be able to relax and control your emotions a little bit.
Yeah.
More important than getting upset or something. So I think you get that.
Yep.
All right, Cameron, I just noticed something that a lot of people do that you just did right there. So you just pulled a 3-wood there, 5-wood, whatever wood that is. So your goal here obviously is to try and lay it up short of that creek, right?
Yep.
So what I see a lot of people do is, I'm just gonna hit driver. So that's something I don't have to teach you already, is you don't necessarily need driver all the time. So I like choosing this 5-wood over hitting a driver right into the creek. So go ahead and we'll see what you got. It's all right. It's fading just a touch. That's okay there. That'll keep you in play though. Definitely still in play, and we'll live to fight another day. Okay, we just got to our approach shot here on the second hole. We're looking at an uphill approach shot, which you said you didn't like, correct? Why don't you like them?
I like being able to look at the green.
Okay. So we can also always go up there and look.
Yeah.
So say we go up there and look. I like to try and find a point where I want to see where that ball lands, and then just kind of keep that mental image in my head, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go up there and look to see what we got going on. So obviously it's all uphill from here. I always like to kind of gauge how much room I have of green to work with between the start of the green and the flag. So the last thing we want to do here is leave it down here.
Yes.
There's no reason to do that. We have plenty of green around here. So why don't you go ahead and pick a spot where you want to land it.
Probably just at the
Go
end.
ahead and point it out to me. Okay, so we'll go ahead and come back down then. Keep that mental image in your head. So a lot of people look at it on the way up, but I also like to look at it on the way back down too. You can also gauge it twice. Okay, so we're back down there. Now keep that image in your head, and then go ahead and just try and land on that spot. Okay, a little deep, might be on the back part of the green, but definitely better than leaving it in front of us.